7 weather with meteorologist Erika Delgado.
All right, South Florida, we have been quiet so far, but we're now starting to see some areas of patchy fog develop, and visibility is down to about 4 miles in areas like Kendall. Speaking of Kendall, temperatures at 67 degrees, the same as Pompano Beach, 68 now in Miami, 69 in Pembroke Pines. Fort Lauderdale, you are still sitting at 70 degrees since you are closer to the water, 73 in Key West. Right now we have a light wind across South Florida. Visibility is up to 10 miles at MIA, but across the Florida Keys we already have an east wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, with again some patchy fog developing now across interior sections, inland areas of Miami-Dade and Broward County, and a few spotty showers pushing through the upper Keys. Right now in Isla Mirada we do have a spotty shower, but not a whole lot of rainfall, none really producing any significant rainfall, and this is the reason why we have a lot of dry air in place, so it's difficult for these showers to develop, and when they do, it's difficult for them to hold together, especially as they move closer to land. Far removed from us is where we find the nearest moisture, and that's across the mid-Atlantic. You can see where the storm systems are pushing through, and they remain to the north of us. High pressure will keep us dry through much of the week. And then the next winter storm, now pushing through the mid-Atlantic, will produce some ice and snow through the next 24 hours while we continue to enjoy warm sunshine with maybe at best the occasional spotty shower. Heading into Wednesday, no major change. You'll notice fronts keep passing by and waving goodbye. For us here, we continue under the influence of this area of high pressure that does begin to break down some by the end of the week. But because fronts will be coming closer and closer, we'll have winds beginning to pick up in speed through the second half of the work week. They'll also veer out of the south, which means more humidity, and that means temperatures much warmer. And it looks like on Thursday, we could be flirting with record high temperatures. No advisories for Miami-Dade and Broward. Winds will be out of the east, 5 to 15 knots. Seas 2 feet or less. In Biscayne Bay, a light chop. As we work our way into the Florida Keys, coastal waters, a light chop, and seas beyond the reef at most building 2 to 3 feet. So nice conditions, just the occasional wind reaching up to 15 knots across the Keys. We do have a tide change coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. We just had high tide in Fort Lauderdale and Miami, so Key West, yours is coming up at 9:19 this morning. So plenty of sunshine. We could see maybe a shower develop across interior sections of South Florida. So if you look out west, you may see some clouds building late afternoon into the early evening. Otherwise, overnight into early Tuesday morning, we could see a spotty shower. Breeze builds near record heat on Thursday, and then as we work our way through the weekend, it looks like we continue breezy with a little more in the way of humidity. That's your 7 on 7. Their first forecast, another warm day for us, Erica. You got it, Alex. You got the forecast right, because it hasn't changed much. We've been warm and above average the entire month of February, and we will continue to do so. You can see an active pattern remains to the north, and that's because this large area of high pressure is blocking any of those storm systems, meaning fronts and cooling, from reaching us. That means that we remain warm once again across South Florida. But the morning temperatures are quite comfortable. We started off mostly in the upper 60s, and now we're in the low 70s, 70 in Pompano Beach, 72 in Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, all the way into Miami, 71 in Hialeah, 70 in Homestead and Kendall. You're still sitting in the upper 60s. We have mid to low 70s across the Florida Keys, 72 in Big Pine, 75 in Key West, Marathon and Key Largo, already 76 degrees in Isla Mirada, where we did see a few spotty showers in the last hour and a half. Those have since now pushed on the other side of the island chain over the Florida Bay, and that's moving away from the Florida Keys. Just a few spotty showers sitting across the Florida streets. The rest of South Florida looking quiet. We had some patchy fog across interior sections of South Florida, reducing visibility, but now it's back up to 10 miles. Highs today back into the lower 80s with maybe a shower way out west later on this evening. Closer look at your forecast and the week ahead. That's coming up in just a few minutes.